can doctor be prosecuted for negligence under section 304 or 304A? Manish also can join, huh? And Girish also.
No.
Yes, anybody?
No. Sir, normally no.
Yeah,
Unless and until it is a
Of
gross.
course, I was booked under 304A.
So basically,
Agreed.
criminal negligence should be is
And
only
you are
when
bailable.
you are
Bailable.
the intention when they
so,
say that there are you are guilty of wrong intention.
Let me say something. So,
Ji.
as far as this 304 or 304 is concerned, this is criminal liability in our practice. So, all this story goes with three words: intention, knowledge, and care. Intention. When anybody inflicts any injury with intention to cause death, then it becomes a case of murder, that is 299, 302, etc. When anybody has knowledge, say for example, when anybody inflicts any injury to anybody with knowledge that it is sufficient to cause of death in ordinary course of nature, then it becomes culpable homicide not amounting to murder, and then section 304 is applied, and 304A is rash and negligence causing death is applied. So with this intention, knowledge, and a care, whole story goes with. But in this famous case of Jacob Matthews versus State of Punjab and doctors, three guidelines were given by Supreme Court. Guideline number 1: private complaint may not be entertained unless the complainant has produced prima facie evidence before the court in form of credible opinion given by another competent doctor to support charges of rashness or negligence against accused doctor. So unless and until there is prima facie case, no criminal case can be filed against doctor was the one of the guideline. Second guideline was, before proceeding against the doctor accused of rash and negligence act or commission, the investigating officer should obtain an independent and competent medical opinion, preferably from respective department in government hospital, who is expected to be impartial and unbiased and who applies principles of Bolam test to the incidents. And third was, doctor accused of rashness or negligence may not be arrested in a routine manner unless his arrest is necessary for furthering the investigations or collecting evidence, or the officer feels that doctor may not make himself available to face the prosecutions. So these three guidelines very specifically mentioned in this particular case of Jacob Matthews by Supreme Court. So as far as mob violence and assault on doctors are concerned, there are so many areas we can discuss, but I think there is paucity of time. So very quickly, prevention of violence and damage or loss of to the property. Or is there any ordinance? Girish can take it, or Manish also can join. Prevention of violence.
This is a state prerogative, and many of the states have already passed the law to protect medical healthcare workers. And well, every state has a different rule and different punishment. But almost, according to my knowledge, 16 states.
Almost 20 now.
It has gone to 20.
20.
Yeah, they have passed laws which are under state prerogative to protect the Medicare service people. And everybody should refer to the law according to their own state. Maharashtra has very stringent punishment. It is up to, it is non-bailable offense, and all can be prosecuted, and there is a provision for recovery of the cost of the damage. To its twice the extent of damage, recovery can be made.
Yes.
So that is in short. Yeah.
Almost 20 states have passed this ordinance, and I have put specifically from Maharashtra only. So provision of 3 years imprisonment with fine which can extend 50,000, and compensation double the amount of loss, or if court thinks it proper, then 3 times the amount of loss is also awarded in favor of a hospital. And it is cognizable, non-bailable, and triable by judicial magistrate first class only. But one very important thing, so copy of this ordinance should be with each and every hospital. because many a times even police department has no knowledge of this type of ordinance. So whenever you are filing the case against certain culprits or miscreants in your hospital who has damage, then copy of this ordinance should be given to the police. So there is always a way. Whenever we are discussing this type of problem, there is always a way. So how to prevent all these litigations and how to maintain our relationship with patient and how to bridge that gap or bridge that relationship. So final words from all the panelists, wisdom of word of wisdom rather, and in last from Girish and last by Mitra. So one by one from Anita Sabharwal, what would you like to say to the audience that which are the ways not to end up into litigation?
I would first of all say that the Consumer Protection Act should be gone, because this is the one which is like a double sword on the doctor.
But
Because MCI is also there and consumer protection, because of that, the defensive practice, and because of that, so much cost, and the trust between the doctor and patient is gone. So that should be removed.
but till then,
And
till then,
till then, of course, we should have a very, I think the doctor-patient relationship is a must. We must understand each other, and only that doctor should treat that patient who has faith in that doctor, and only that patient should go to that doctor whom he thinks, will be able to treat.
yes, Kiran Pandey, madam. Yes, then Venus.
Sir, I would like to just say that these medico-legal ethical committees program should be putting more and more, because such kind of things are never in the discussion when we are trained as a postgraduate and when we are released in the society to practice. So these programs have been a great help to me. This program has been a great help to what I teach to my postgraduate students, and these programs should keep on going. I really feel that this is going to be the only answer, that we should know what we have to do.
Yes, Vinit.
Sir, I think the medico-legal aspect should be added in the curriculum of MBBS.
Yes.
Because they don't know what they're going to face. It's not a rosy bed out there waiting for them. So I think it should be a part of the curriculum, sir.
Yes, Kiran, madam.
Yes, definitely, sir. In fact, our education system needs lot of changes, because that communication problem, the new curriculum, which is CBME, which has come, has very important, they have made changes. If we are able to follow, it will take a transition. There's a transition phase, but that is at least based on practical guidelines. And I would definitely like these problems of transferring or saying consent, everything, they are not at all taught to us in that period.
Yes,
So
Pramila, madam.
I would like to say that in dealing every patient, we must keep in mind that in case we have to face the court in this case, what should be our skin-saving things? So those measures should be taken right from the registration of the patient to the discharge, including everything, consent, documentation, and consent, everything, every step should be followed.
Yes. So
So in case you have saved your skin, then litigation, even if the litigation occurs, you will be saved.
So any panelist, then Girish, and ultimately by Mitra.
Yes, can I, yes, anybody adding?
Dr. Nikhil
has joined just now. I will give a chance after- Yes, he has just joined just now. Yeah, he joined just now.
Yes.
Can I proceed, MC?
Oh yes. Stage is yours.
I think I need 5 minutes to talk, and I'm
Yeah, you are.
entirely lateral discussion, lateral thinking to all this panel. Since morning, I have been listening all the deliberations. Ethics, money, corporate, everything has been discussed very nicely to the core and from all angles. I'm going to give entirely different. Now, I've seen this panel talking about all the difficulties which MC has brought in front of us. Yes, it is a multidimensional why patient-doctor relationship are deteriorating. Both, all sides are responsible, not only doctors, not patients, government, everybody is responsible. All have to agree that. I'm going to give a different angle to all of you. You all agree that we are all intelligent people? You all agree?
Yes.
We are intelligent people. We come from the cream of intelligence. There's a lot of difficulty in getting to medical vision. So we definitely are intelligent people, right? Now, when the disputes come up, they are mainly because of the treatment pattern, and the most of the times if something goes wrong, or 99% of the times I would say it is the billing. And why billing? Because there is no transparency. Sometimes there is no transparency in the treatment. There is no transparency in the billing. So I will concentrate in the two aspects of transparency in the treatment and transparency of the billing in short span of time. And I hope you all will agree with me. In transparency of treatment, we have taken the patients for granted for so many years. Whether I am a doctor or you are a doctor, no, this dialogue has to go forever. Patients have a right to information, and it's your duty to give information to the patient to their satisfaction. If it doesn't happen, there is a communication gap and the problems will come up. This may not solve all the problems, but this definitely solve majority of the problems. Secondly, I am coming to the billing. Now, why does an architect charge 10% of the total interior decoration? Does he do anything? No. But he charges 10% because they are his intelligence property charges. And this is where all these decades or centuries, I would say, doctors have failed to encash on intellectual property. We are intellectual people, but we don't use it to encash what we get written in against the treatment. Why? Because if you see a billing of a general hospital, it says private hospital, what you try to put is the minimum consultation or charges, and you increase inflate the bill by some fictitious charges or maybe some unnecessary charges, paraphernalia and etc. Don't do it. Make your bill simple. In a cesarean section bill of 50,000, you can, for all other, you can charge 10,000 rupees for all other, 5,000 rupees for the anesthesia, and you are at liberty to charge 35,000 rupees for your operating charges. Why not? Because only you can do it. And if you, instead of that, if you charge 5,000 for operative charges, 10,000 for OT charges, 10,000 for anesthesia, 20,000 for oxygen and all the things, the people are hurt because they know what all these paraphernalia costs, but they can't evaluate your intellectual property charges. This is my clear message to those who are listening still on the line and the panelists. You make your bill, you simplify your bill. You put your professional charges maximum. Maximum in the bill should be professional, so that so patients will not ask you why so much bill has come. Parents will agree with me. At least they know.
Sir, can I say my
last?
Can I add?
No, I just want to continue for a minute more. Okay. So, if the patients know that this injection is costing 2 rupees and you charge 200 rupees for that, they're going to object. But they cannot quantify your skill charges. And that is where the maximum disputes in a bill will be solved, because your bill will be simple, your professional charges will be maximum. You know the story of a mechanic who charged rupees 500 to tighten a screw. The owner asked, why you take charges for tightening a screw to 500 rupees to tighten a screw? Well, the mechanic answered simply, because only I know where to tighten it. And this should be our attitude. And you should go with that. Don't give unnecessary charges which cannot be explained on reality ground. And this will definitely reduce the charge. I have been propagating my thought for the last 2-3 years on various platforms. In my own hospital, I have a very simple bill. In a 50,000, my operating charges are 30,000, and the patients will never object to that. So try to understand the patient's psychology. If they feel cheated, they are going to fight with you. But if they are satisfied with the treatment, they are not going to ask your professional charges. And this is going to reduce. So the two parts of why there is a lot of misunderstanding. One is a transparency in practice. You be with the patient, be transparent, tell them what you're doing. And last thing I would like to tell you is learn to say no. Learn to say no. If the patient is not agreeing with your treatment, ask him, no, I cannot treat you. The problem is solved. Dear friends, I
Right.
have to give 3 messages. One, be transparent in the practice. Learn to say no. No, very, very, very proudly you learn to say no, and encash your intellectual property through which you have reached your stage of practice. This is what I want to give message. I learned, I've studied all the deliberations today. I have been in this field for last 22 years. MC is with me for last 20 years. In fact, MC and we had fought election for the committee chairperson. He won it hands down, but still we are very good friends. And we are always moving all over India to educate people. And this is one dimension which I found in last so many years of experience. And we try to inculcate
Very right,
it.
Dr. Girish.
सर
Very
हमें भी बोलने दो आप.
Dr. Mitra.
सबसे पहले तो मैं डॉक्टर गिरीश को डिबेट करूंगी. आपने कहा वी आर इंटेलिजेंट, आई अग्री विद यू, बट वी आर इगोइस्टिकल, सो वी लाइक लायंस लाइक टू हंट सिंगली. आप जो कह रहे हो वो प्रिंसिपल में बात सही है, पर प्रैक्टिस में बिल्कुल सही नहीं होता. I can decide my charges, but what the others will do, they will undercut. So हमारा जो सबसे बड़ी जड़ में पानी देते हैं हमारे अपने colleagues by undercutting and not going together. So because we are not a herd mentality, so this rationale is very right, but it is not practicable.
Madam, there has to be change. There
No,
has
sir,
to be change.
let me now speak. Don't sell your idea. I am now countering your ideas also, because I will give my strategy. So I'm in a small city. I am the highest priced doctor, and I demand my price, and I am quite happy. Kam karke bhi khush hu. That's my thing. But I know I cannot sell your idea. I cannot sell my idea, because intellectual property, I think I am deserving that, but my juniors or the others, they think, if they have to establish, they have to undercut, they have to go cheaper, and they have to provide the same services at lesser point. So I would like to tell that this strategy of yours is right on paper, but it is not translatable. Secondly, I would say that my strategy for decreasing litigation is only two things. One is, if we go with the funda that do unto others what you would do to yourself. मैं जो डॉक्टर हूं, जो मैं अपने लिए, अपने मरीजों के लिए, अपने घर वालों के लिए चाहूंगी, वही मेरा डिसीजन मेकिंग पैरामीटर होगा फॉर माय पेशेंट, एंड दिस इज ट्रांसमिटेड टू माय पेशेंट्स. एक दिन में नहीं होता, ट्रस्ट पूरी लाइफ टाइम की जॉब है, तो आपकी पूरी जिंदगी निकल जाती है इस रेपुटेशन को कमाने के लिए कि आप एक ट्रस्टवर्दी डॉक्टर हो. उसके लिए आपको बहुत पापड़ बेलने पड़ते हैं, आपको बहुत स्लोली ऊपर जाना पड़ता है. यू कैन नॉट हैव अ मीटियोरिक राइज कि आपके पास 100 मरीज आ जाए एकदम से. उसके लिए दूसरी स्ट्रेटजीज होती है. इट्स लाइक दिस,
As it is said.
if you have a reputation, then the litigation will be less, and the best thing is always be updated scientifically, clinically, and be ethical. Then let the people decide. You will never have litigation, or even if you have litigation, you have a very good chance of अपना नाम बचा सकते हो. People will know, क्योंकि rebuilding trust is the single most agenda which we as a doctor, and especially obstetrician का तो लाइफ टाइम का रिश्ता होता है. जिस बच्चे को आपने पैदा किया होता है वो आपकी मौत पे आना पसंद करे. ये रिलेशनशिप अगर आप बना लें तो आई थिंक कि हमको एज ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियंस बहुत कम मुसीबत झेलनी पड़ेगी. थैंक यू सो मच.
So Dr. Nikhil Datar has joined, and he is also one of the expert panelists, and I mentioned during introduction also he has worked with me in making uniform consent, and he has pioneering work as far as this MTP Act amendment part is concerned. So Nikhil, of course you have joined late, but still expert comment from your side.
First of all, thank you very much, sir, and apologies for joining late because of some other clinical commitment that came up in between. I'll try to make it very quick. I mean, I have stalwarts with me like Girish and other people, yourself, etc. So I tend to agree partly and I tend to disagree partly. I fully agree with the fact that we need to treat patients as if they are our relatives, but that's not enough. The way they say that justice, it's not enough that you do justice, but it is important that the justice is not only done, but it is seen to be done. Similarly, we need to take extra efforts to make people understand that you are doing exactly what you would have done for your patient. You might have it in your mind, but if your actions and your communication does not show it up, then there is a high possibility that people will not understand it. And because they do not understand it, they will not believe it. And because they do not believe it, that might fuel a possible medical legal litigation, especially when things go wrong. At the same time, I would also like to draw attention of everybody, of course, the doctors and to the doctors of the society too, that if you see the professionals altogether, doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, architects, we all are professionals and we are all are service providers now after the Consumer Protection Act. But you will realize that there is a huge difference between how a lawyer and an architect and a chartered accountant behaves with his clients vis-a-vis how a doctor is supposed to behave with his clients. I would give a simple example that today, if at all, suppose you want to change a lawyer or an architect or a chartered accountant, their own council mandates that you have to take the no objection certificate from your previous architect or a lawyer. Without that, you cannot approach the other architect or the lawyer or the chartered accountant. And that is not the case as far as we doctors are concerned. Now, it may have many other dimensions to it, health, emergency, I'm not getting into that. But the fact still remains that the paternalistic attitude that is amongst professionals, I would say, is still very, very high amongst lawyers. Me being the professor of law at the Maharashtra National Law University, I have seen the legal field from inside out, and the paternalistic attitude, I am the boss, what do you understand? Your job is only to pay me and don't ask me questions, is highest amongst lawyers. After that, probably chartered accountants, and after that, probably architects. And it is least amongst doctors, according to me, at this point of time. And still, the society and all non-doctors want to teach us all the time, and we want to learn all the time. Okay, and those people who are the least professional amongst the circuits, nobody is asking them, nobody is teaching them, nobody wants to teach them, nobody wants to learn. So there is one big difference. So I think we also need to accept that while we introspect, we need to also respectfully introspect ourselves and not try to say that, oh, everything what we did and our forefathers did was wrong, and look, that is why all this thing has happened. That's not necessarily the case. Agreed? We need to change with the times. We need to accept the consumerism. We need to accept the rights of the patients, but we also need to accept the rights of doctors, and responsibilities and responsibilities of patients also need to be taught to patients somewhere. Because if you do not have responsible patients as well as responsible doctors, and unless there is a faith factor between the two and mutual professionalism in the relationship, the things are not going to go forward. Because at the end of the day, I would say that although we behave as doctors for some part of our life, we are patients. We were patients before we became doctors. We are patients even if we are doctors. And after we retire from being a doctor, we are going to be patient. So being patient is perpetual. Being doctor is for only small period of time in our life. So we have to juggle between the roles in a perfectly aligned manner so that we behave correctly, we make our patients behave correctly, and probably with that attitude, the medical legal litigation can go down.
Yes, thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will also say, Nikhil, you are you have spoken what I want to speak since beginning. We have to be professional also, the only ethics. Nobody say that you are unethical if you are being a honest professional also. The time has gone with the CPA and everything. Society is not taking in that way. And we are, हम जो है ना जैसे वो चिपके रहते हैं मरने के बाद ही भालू की तरह खाल से, कि हम चिपके हुए हैं उससे कि हम तो नोबल हैं, हम तो बैठे रहेंगे और फ्रीबीज करते रहेंगे. जागो भाई जागो, कभी तो जागोगे. That is message should go to everyone. कोई नहीं कहता है डिसऑनेस्ट हो जाओ, कोई नहीं कहता है अनएथिकल प्रैक्टिस करो, लेकिन कब तक चैरिटी और फ्रीबीज करते रहोगे? और हम तो डॉक्टर इसलिए बने थे समाज के आगे मदर टेरेसा बन जाएंगे. कोई आपको मदर टेरेसा नहीं.
That's what I told you. You have to be professional.
Yes, you have to be professional and professional.
Patel sir, now I think everybody agrees that if you want to learn something, you have to discuss with people who don't agree with you.
Yeah, otherwise there's no discussion.
That is why I put that slide, and today you also put.
So
Thank you, sir.
that is why I
We are
mentioned
also
with
part
your
of the
that
same
slide.
society, sir.
So thank you,
We
Dr.
are
Ragini
also
ma'am,
part of
also
the
for
same.
your expert comment. And to conclude, minimizing claims with all the panelists' message, antenatal and labor ward protocols, adequate supervision and monitoring, communication and counseling and good consent, documentation and record keeping, foreseeability and anticipation, involvement of others, that is multi-speciality approach, never admit a patient beyond your skill and available facility, proper care of baby, in time involvement of neonatologist, and of course audit of your own case, and it is very much needed. And many a times Manish always tell, and I conclude like this, योग करे या ना करे किंतु एक दूसरों का सहयोग जरूर करे, because in 40% of the cases doctor is behind doctor, and just I mentioned in 40% cases rough behavior on part of doctor and hospital is behind the cases. So 40 plus 40, almost 80% litigations are preventable. सत्य परेशान हो सकता है लेकिन पराजित नहीं. And it doesn't matter how many resources you have, if you do not know how to use them, they will never be enough. So have some basic legal knowledge, always obtain medical legal advice whenever you are in doubt, and we are always there to assist you. Manish, myself, Gitendra, Sanjay Gupte, Dr. Dilip Walke, our numbers are there on website of Foxy. At any given time, if you are in little doubt, you can phone call to us. Of course, Nikhil is with us, and we are always there to assist you all and not to end up into any kind of litigation. But if at all, then how to get rid of it is our motto. So with regards, thank you and salute to the organizers, and thank you very much, Dr. Mitra, for giving opportunity, Dr. Manish as a chairperson, Ethics and Medical Legal Committee, and I am always happy to share. Manish is going well as far as committee, Medical Legal Committee is concerned, because previously when Medical Legal Committee was not considered important committee in Foxy, Dr. Dilip Walke started to making some show. I keep continue, and after me Hitesh, then Gitendra, and Manish is putting to such a height that Foxy has to take cognizance that this is also important committee and we have to work in that committee also. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
sir.
the opportunity, MC. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
And
much.
big round of applause to all the panelists who have done a great job at par.
Thank you, sir. So now we are coming to the last and very, very important session. I hope Dr. Suman, Dr. Neeraj, Dr. Surekha, are you all there? Suman Yadav, Neeraj, Surekha. I'm sorry, Dr. Renu had to leave because there was an emergency in her post-op patient. So now I will entrust the chairperson of this committee and the conference, Dr. Manish Machwe, to conduct the validatory session. Dr. Renu is not here. So Dr. Alka, Dr. Manish, Dr. Surekha, please go ahead.
Okay, so this is my proud privilege and pleasure to have this valedictory amazing program since yesterday. Even now we can see there are more than 150 participants, and we started yesterday with a bang with the public forum program with superb speakers and very clear cut good messages in a khichadi language, which is Hindi plus English, which was good understanding for all those who attended. And then we had a nice inauguration where we had President Foxy Dr. Alpesh Gandhi. We had General Secretary Foxy Dr. Jaideep Tank, and obviously we had our Vice President in charge Dr. Agarwal ma'am. And we did release a nice newsletter bridging gaps in this Corona times. And again, I am thankful to Dr. Mitra Saxena for putting in all the efforts, Dr. Surekha Yadav, the president of Rewari Society, and the entire crew and cast and everybody today. And I was very impressed today with every speaker, giving the best of knowledge and maintaining time. And we are not actually too much late. I thought shayad sham ko idhar hi ho jayega, but we could manage well within time with solving queries. Superb panel conducted. and completely impressed by your 4 super speakers. I think we have to take them all 4 to national platform. They were very good in their talks and very crisp and very clear. And the idea of debates and the topics were very nice.
You can
So
give me
that
the
is,
credit for these topics.
yes, yes. So I am giving you all the credit, but I'm really impressed. In fact, I put on the this thing also chat box, and I have messaged them privately also that I'm really impressed with the way you all conducted and you all spoke today. I'm really very happy with that. So to start this, I would first of all, what we'll do is we'll take the opinion of our Vice President in charge, Dr. Ragini Agarwal, Madam, her views on it. We will also request Dr. Surekha Yadav, Ma'am, President Rewari Society, to say a few words. Then maybe some of you, if you want to, say or suggest something, and then I would request Dr. Alka Kuthe, Madam, to propose an official vote of thanks. So we'll start with Dr. Ragini, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah,
your thoughts
thank you,
on.
Manish. Thank you so much, because I have to leave for another thing also. So excellent program, and it was a very much needed. Each and every point is discussed thoroughly, and I will be saying two things. One, Manish, जाते जाते बहुत अच्छा गिफ्ट दिया आपने मुझे, और दूसरा मित्रा, तुम्हारी तो बात ही कुछ और है कि जब भी जो काम करती है, it was a super perfection and it was great. The whole, I think the whole, every person who has logged in has got benefited and taken something out of it. And I hope it will help them in the practice. And with this word, I will take the leave also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm leaving
Thank
also.
you so much. And before you go, I had messaged this to Mitra ma'am, and I'm feeling very proud to tell you all that Rewari में दो ही चीजें famous है, सलमान खान का सुल्तान और मित्रा सक्सेना. And I put this on message that you are the Sultan of so. Or if we may know, next time she may not write Dr. Mitra Saxena, she can write Sachin Tendulkar. I'll be very happy. I mean, who comes in and has 20 balls to spare and then hits a century out of it? Very few people can do it. So thank you very much, ma'am. We would now request Dr. Surekha Yadav, ma'am, who's the president of Rewari Society, to give your suggestion, point of views, some good things that you felt were done, some good things that you felt could have been done. And then we'll take. We have Dr. MC Patel and so many people take their opinion. I think if we have our young speakers, maybe 1 or 2 of them can also voice whatever. So we start with Surekha, ma'am. It is not a traditional valedictory. We are just saying goodbyes and trying to learn what better or how better we can still do this, and whatever you thought were the good points or things which we can improve on.
Yeah, hello. I'm audible, I hope.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
It was our pleasure and privilege to host this medical legal conference, and with the most respected faculty, panelists, and delegates. There were wonderful feedback from everyone, and we enjoyed a lot. The practicality of various issues of medical legal cases were very well explained by all the experts, and there was no stone left unturned by the faculty to make this event a great success. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And had it not been these Corona times, we would have invited everyone to our Rewari. This is a very peaceful and a beautiful city. Many of us, you have been here before also, but it was our unluck that these times are not so good. But we hope for the better times, and we would like to invite you again for this conference again, sometimes in future, when we see the good lights. And thank you so much from Rewari Cooperative and Gynae Society. Thank you so much.
Ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your encouraging words and being a super host. I think now after this conference, lot of other chairpersons are going to call you कि हमको आपके साथ conference करनी है, क्योंकि अभी ये बहुत viral हो जाएगा कि जो रेवाड़ी सोसाइटी conference करती है वो super hit हो जाती है. So expect lot of calls from other chairpersons, but हमको भूलना नहीं. I still have 1 more year, so we can again do it, next year. Maybe if this Corona, permits, then maybe a physical one. I would really want out of those 4 super speakers, if anybody is logged in or there, to just tell how you liked it or what more could have been done.
Rekha is there.
Yeah, Dr. Rekha.
Thank you, Dr. Manish, for having me here. In fact, I would like to thank the whole Foxy members and the Obs and Gynae Society of Rewari. It was indeed amazing and a very well uh, CM conference here. We really had a lot of take-home messages. But what from my side, the topic that was given to me was amazing, and I really want to share a few points that yes, we need to bring in little more learnings and little more changes in the way we do our private practice, so that this medical legal cases do come down and the patient also start looking at us in a very different way. The first change that I feel that we all should incorporate is, even though we have our own clinics and we practice, we should always convey to the patient that I work as a team. I have a team. So in my prescription, I always write my colleague's name as well. So to say that in case of any point of time you don't get in touch with me, there is a backup number for you. So even if I do my own individual private practice, I sit in my clinic, but I always convey to my patient that I work as a team. Even in OT, I always have another consultant. We go to every hospital. I'm attached to all the hospitals in Gurgaon. So it is a patient's choice which hospital they select. So it's an open choice. Hospital kaun si choose karni hai, ye aapki pasand ki hai, but the consultant within our team, I have an understanding that we will operate together. No matter, even if it's a simple cesarean, I have another consultant, we'll work together, we go in together and we leave. So we back up each other. So we have to have a more collective work and more a very good understanding among ourselves. And we speak the same language with the patients. It will strengthen our society and also bring down the medical legal case. And also, the most important, we have to understand the business, the economics of it. Yes, that is very, very important. And if we start communicating with our patients, making it very clear, this is our standard, this is our price, this is our services, it makes things very easy.
Okay, Dr. Rekha, thank you for your thoughts. Anybody else from the four? Then we'll go to our seniors.
Manish, Dr. Subhohi ki PPT agar slides dikha sakte, Deepika. Subhohi had requested it.
Is she there?
She will join.
Yeah.
Deepika, can you say that? Slides show, only slide show. And I don't know, Dr. Achla Batra was here. If madam is there, she can speak, or Dr. Patel sir can speak.
Yeah, Patel, I was coming to the seniors once we finished with your MS Dhoni's and Rainas and Jadejas, because these I'm really very happy. मैंने हमारे यहाँ के POGS के ग्रुप में डाल भी दिया. I said there are 4 superb speakers from North India. Now you all also gear up because we have young speakers from here also. बहुत competition है.
So, ma'am, do I just
keep playing this
conference?
Just keep playing this.
Yeah, I had, I've been glued to it since morning. All Sunday I spent listening to your conference, which was really good. Totally
video bhi on kar do apna.
अरे नहीं, video नहीं हो सकता on. So I thought I must tell you that it was a superb conference, and Dr. Manish is right that you are going to be invited by many more to do the conference. Wonderful.
You,
and cherry on the top was that debate of the youngest.
Yes.
I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. MC Patel, sir, your thoughts on what more, because we have more programs coming up. So I hope all of you have, again, I'm saying if somebody is not received, we will be uploading the newsletter on Foxy website as was suggested by Dr. Alpesh Gandhi sir yesterday. And we will also be very happy to either mail you or WhatsApp you. So please go through, very painstakingly done by the entire editorial team. Patel sir.
As such, it was excellent conference, and as far as Mitra is concerned, as far as any conference to be organized, she is at par. Because ये कोई भी बात ऐसे छोड़ने वाली नहीं होती है. सबसे फोन करेगी, ये चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए करके. She wants perfection.
Yeah, so, actually, it's my daughter's birthday, so I had to come out to buy cake for her. So I'm driving. Okay.
No
She's
problem,
eight.
no problem. Enjoy. Wish her happy birthday from all of us.
Sure,
And
sir.
I hope she has a healthy, safe life.
Yes, ma'am.
Happy
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, these are some of the things that's a part of my clinic, and I want to be thankful to all the people who were there with me. So you have this gratitude tree on my side of the clinic, and as a part of the ethical,
Lovely.
that's a part of the ethical privilege. And this is the slide to express your love for yourself, and because you
And
cannot.
I loved the quote that I'm not a part of the rat race, because even if you win it, then you're a rat. I
Yes.
always say that to all my friends and everybody.
Exactly, ma'am. So these are a few things that I just thought they're important, because we have been conducting and doing a lot of things to see how to pay back to the society in some way or the other. So that's there, and then medicine is in the future, because, and this is again very important, to make your own path and be your own hero, and then you get good people like Dr. Mitra and Dr. Renu and all the people there to help us out and to be there. Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you. Patel sir, sorry we interrupted you.
No problem. So I was telling that Mitra had put this conference at such a height. So if anybody wants to do conference, he or she will have to work so hard to
Yeah,
reach this level.
exactly.
This level. So many congratulations, Mitra and whole team of Rewari OBGYN Society and Ethics and Medical Legal Committee, of course. So
Thank you so much.
all the best for many more future academic activity, and we are always there to assist you in whichever capacity you want.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to, I want to put one thing on record, that for the faith that Dr. Manish has shown in me, not interfering in anything, whatever talks, whatever, yes, he had some idea to give, but no, why are you choosing this one? What are you doing? Nothing, whatever I said, yes. And I have to appreciate every speaker. They bore with my madness कि मुझे सिर्फ इतना चाहिए, इससे ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए, ऐसा बताना है. तो you know, the speakers were excellent. And you know how a parent feels जब आपका बच्चा ना 99% नहीं 100% लेके आता है ना, I'm feeling like that. Everything just fell into place, and I have got to thank and all of you, Ragini, Manish, Dr. Alka, and the whole team, all my juniors, and especially all the wonderful speakers. Everyone did perfect justice. And I will not forget to thank the wonderful audience. अगर audience नहीं होती ना, तो फिर कोई सुंदरता की फायदा नहीं. अगर कोई तारीफ करने वाला ना हो तो क्या तैयार होके खड़े रहना. तो अभी भी 100 लोग हैं, and I must thank everybody, क्योंकि समय सबसे बड़ी वो है possession, वो आपने हम लोग को दिया है, and we are thankful.
Thank you, Mr. We loved it.
You have really raised the
And
bar.
Jackson Park Company.
I hope the other zonal coordinators have closely watched these 2 days. Okay.
And
So
Amit,
I would now
बस एक सेंटेंस बोल देती हूँ, फिर ऑफिशियल थैंक्स डॉक्टर अलका जरूर करेंगी. अमित तो मेरा देवर है, इसलिए मुझे झेलता है, बट दीपिका इतनी स्वीट है कि वो क्यों झेलती है, ये दीपिका से पूछो.
but very nicely conducted poll also.
They are the best sponsors. They are the best.
Very nicely conducted poll. So thank you. I now request National Coordinator of Ethics Medical Legal Committee, Foxy, Dr. Alka Kute Madam, to propose an official vote of thanks from our committee.
Okay, thank you, Manish. First of all, before giving thanks, I would like to congratulate Dr. Mitra Madam and her team of Review OBGYN Society and her North Zone committee members for organizing such a beautiful, wonderful event, which we had not imagined 14 days back because of illness of ma'am and other things. But I would like to congratulate her, especially the public forum. You must have gone through the chat box. So much of response for public forum. And wonderful magazine, Legal Express. You can go through the articles. Really wonderful efforts by the editorial team, especially Dr. Mitra Madam, Dr. Kiran, Dr. Yadav. And I have done work hard for the success of this Legal Express also. Then I'm thankful to Dr. Dr. Alpin Gandhi sir, Vice President Dr. Ragini, and Secretary General Dr. Jaideep Tang for gracing the occasion yesterday and today also, and for delivering wonderful speeches. And actually, we know Dr. Alpin Gandhi sir is always there to guide and cooperate with us. So all the thanks for these three people. I would like to thank ICOG Chairman Dr. Mandakini Meg Madam and Dr. Parag Biniwale for sanctioning 5 valuable ICOG points for this event. It was actually a mega event. I am sure that this will be a setting stone for other forthcoming zonal conferences. I am sure that Dr. Geeta and other zonal coordinators, they have watched this conference and naturally they have to match with this conference and go above that. And again, Manish, it will be very much a target for a goal for us rather. We have a national conference, so we have to raise above this zonal conference. A lot of efforts we have to put in for the national conference, medical legal conference. I would like to thank all the speakers, faculties for their wonderful speeches, and especially the delegates who were there till last valedictory function. I would like to thank all. Again, not but the least, our virtual platform, Dr. Deepika always smiling, Deepika Chabra, and all these things are very important for the success of this event. So thank you, concern all, on behalf of our medical review committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would also like to take this opportunity and thank everybody. So Jackson Pal brings to you Doxipal DRL doxycycline capsules, the drug which is approved for COVID-19 patients. Also in the fight against coronavirus, lycopene in Lycored soft gels, which provides the required defense to boost the immunity, and sugar-free Lycored Preg sachet in orange flavor containing L-arginine, lycopene and DHA to prevent pregnancy complications. We also have Dynogest as Endorec 2 mg tablets. My teammates, Dr. Vipin Tyagi, Mr. Amit Saxena, and myself, Dr. Deepika, all of us thanking all the esteemed faculty and all the attendees present with us today. And we really thank you all for keeping us all so safe. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay safe.